Welcome back, everybody. Fish Clips. We're going to play cleanup this week, jump across Saginaw River, and see what's happening on the northwest side of the bay. Saginaw Bay Boat Ramps, Part 2, coming up. Before we get started, I wanted to touch on the regulations that are exclusive to Saginaw Bay and River. The big water in the state of Michigan is broken up into management zones, and Saginaw Bay completely falls within Zone MH4. And it just so happens that MH4 has got some unique walleye regulations, like an 8-fish limit with a 13-inch minimum size. And as of this recording, walleye fishing is open all year for the bay and the Saginaw River, all the way upstream to the Center Street Bridge. So go get you some good eaters. The market's open. And as a reminder, I have a list saved in Google Maps. The link is in the description below. It's got all the boat ramps for the entire Saginaw Bay in one spot. Let's get it. Saginaw Bay Boat Ramps, Part 2. First up, the DNR launch at the Saginaw River mouth. This scenic place overlooks the power plant and sits on the Saginaw River just south of the Bay City Yacht Club. This ramp's got room for 6 and recently went through some upgrades. It's deep enough to handle most floats. Found some walleyes in the soft and hard water, jumbos on jigging spoons, short walks for your setup, this guy getting yanked around by smallies, and lastly this flathead catfish. I guess the river's full of them. If you're looking for this ramp to put you on the bay, you got an 8-mile run to 20 foot of water. Next up, the Kawkawlin River public access, and as far as I can tell, it's just a dump and go. But if you're looking to put a yak on the bay, this quiet little spot might be it. However, it will be a 2-mile run to hit 8 foot of water. Moving along, Linwood Beach Marina and Campground. Place looks interesting for a little play and stay. You got a short walk to park your truck and a short ride out to the bay. I found some evidence they let you fish the marina 6 inches at a time. A couple charter guys are running out of there and they're siding buildings with wallies. Lots of wallies. And if I remember correctly, this is the shortest run to 20 foot of water since we talked about Port Austin. If you launch your boat by slamming the brakes on your car, these next few spots might be for you. All of them got access to the bay for hunting, fishing, or yanking your hut. The name on this first one I'm gonna butcher. Nayanquing Point Bird Observation Tower, I believe. It's a couple 100-yard run to the bay. Looks pretty ducky. There's plenty of places to walk out of and set up a hut. This isn't one of them. It's the same story on Erickson Rd and E Coggins Rd. This lone shantytown pick is the only evidence I have that anybody fishes it. This here shows me I got a gentle slope out to 20 foot of water, 3 miles offshore. That brings us to Gambill's Landing. It's a small, quiet launch, owned and operated by some good people from what I'm reading. 3.5 miles out, you'll find yourself in 20 foot of water. Now, Bay County, Pinconning Park. The place holds hundreds of cars, but the ramp only holds 2 boats at a time. Launching here does make it a short trip to the bay. 4.5 miles out, you're in 20 foot. These people are set up about a quarter mile off the parking lot, and if you forgot your sled, it's not a horrible walk. Found this lady proud of her walleye, and this guy found a pike off the fishing dock. Alright, let's take a look at Pine River access. It's got room for 30 with a 2-way boat ramp. Bigger boats in the back indicate it's deep enough for a 20-footer. Short trip to the bay. Managed to find one pick. That indicates at least somebody got into them. But pack a lunch, you got an 18-mile run, hit 20 foot of water. 20 miles up the coast, we have Gres River mouth boating access. Take Main Street south, you'll run right into it. They got room for 6 boats at a time. It's a short run to the bay and a short run to 40 foot of water, about 5 miles offshore. A little bit up the road, we got the Singing Bridge. It's another dump and go access site. The place doesn't get nearly as much traffic as it used to. Back in the day, it was a smelt dipper's Woodstock. What I'm reading, the introduction of salmon put that to an end. I couldn't find out a lot about this ramp that I found. It's across the street from North Point Marine. From what North Point said, it's the honor system. There's a drop box. The last 2 ramps I found are up in Tawas. The first of which we come to is Gateway Park. Looks like a new ramp that they take care of, even vacuum it. 500-foot run, you're in the bay. A few miles up the road in East Tawas is the East Tawas DNR boat launch, and it's the last ramp before we exit Saginaw Bay. Similar to Port Austin, this is a big ramp for big water. The facility can hold 100 rigs. You can get 4 boats in the ramp. It shows a 5-mile run to 50 foot of water just outside the bay. This guy found some smallies in crystal clear water. These 2 were putting Lakers and Kings on the deck. And I'll be honest with you, this next clip here, I didn't even know was legal. I had to look it up. Does look fun. Got me on Amazon looking for a spear gun. Marina, boat ramp, safe harbor. And that'll do it. Saginaw Bay Boat Ramps Part 2. If you find the content useful, hit the buttons down there that indicate that you find the content useful. See you next time.